Hello, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. We continue to take a look at what's happening in the nation Zimbabwe. Advocate Adv Mahere has questioned the government of Zimbabwe's failure in terms of providing energy. She asks and says, does Zimbabwe have a minister of energy? What does he do? How can we have more hours of load shedding daily than we have electricity? Why do suburbs go for weeks with no power because of a simple fault? Why are residents expected to buy cables and transformers to secure power supply? When residents buy solar kits as a backup, why does disaster black out so much that it serves as the backup? How are mines expected to run without a reliable supply of electricity? How can you have a power crisis so large that it interferes with every citizen's ability to function normally? Why is this public emergency being ignored? These are very important questions which are being asked by Advocate Adv Mahere. Remember, she's a former MP for Mount Pleasant constituency. She resigned because she knew that she was not going to serve the people who elected her into that office after the hijack of the official opposition. President Emmerson Mnangagwa and his team, they've rendered Zimbabwe a pariah state. Zimbabwe is going to Stone Age, a country where if you are living in the urban areas, forget about having electricity. That is reality. Those who are living in the urban areas are far much better than those living in the urban areas because huni, moto, gas, those are the norms in the urban areas. And we are asking these questions because it doesn't end there. The industry, which is supposed to make the people living in the urban areas survive, is also affected without anybody thinking about it. Remember that these people living in the urban areas, they need to go to work. Some of them, they work in town. Some of them, they work in industry, but they still need electricity in their day-to-day business activities, which means they can't do their work perfectly or correctly because of failure by the government to provide stable electricity. And it seems as if nobody cares. We are asking questions each and every day to say, where is the Gwanda 100 megawatts solar project? Why is it not moving? Look at this company called Zimplus. They launched an 185 megawatt power plant, which is moving. Right now, they've already nearly completed 35 megawatts, and the next phase is going to complete 45 megawatts, going up until they reach 185. They came after Wikinochivayo. If you look on the costs, 185 megawatts for Zimplus cost 201 million to implement. Wikinochivayo's 100 megawatts is at 173 million. And let us remember that it has been quoted years back, and the prices have gone up now, which means that this is the current cost when prices have gone up. This is the current cost of 201 million, which means back then the cost was far much lower when prices were lower. So if you look at all those things, then you ask questions without answers because you would see that corruption is topping, which means if ZPC if Zimplus is given an opportunity to build a power plant, if they are given 173 from Wikinochivayo, they are going to build not less than 150 megawatts of power, and they would make profit from the same money with Wikinochivayo. They can deliver. But because of corruption, because of our people in government not caring about citizens, we are where we are. Industries are now relying on their own power systems. Look at Zimplus. They were not supposed to be building power plants, but they are forced to build power plants because they want to continue work uninterrupted. So the government of Zimbabwe does not care. They continue to plunge our country into further chaos, and nothing is moving. Instead of companies putting their money to expand their activities. They are putting money to try and find electricity, and that is a seekers. So this is what is happening in Zimbabwe, and Advocate Fadzai Mahere is asking very important questions right there, and it exposes the kind of leadership we have, the who we have. What is that minister doing instead of collecting my V11, what do you call my V8 cars, and my PECs, making money? What else are they doing? So you can actually see that Zimbabwe is on its own. The most competent minister in the government of Emmerson Mnangagwa, Fortune Chasi, was dropped because he was refusing the ZANU-PF shenanigans to control the energy sector and to loot. He was stopping them, and they decided to fire him. So this is what happens when vene are captured, and that is the reason why vana chivhai vachitaura kuti aiwaka isisu tisu takachibata kuti dzvi. Kana vava vasina kuchibata kuti dzvi, Fortune Chasi would not have been fired. I believe that he charged Wiknochivhayo wrongly, and that led to his firing. It is what it is, Team Zimbabwe. We'll continue to watch and see, but it's a very, very, very sad that Zimbabwe is where it is because of corruption, mismanagement, looting, and incompetence.